today we're sitting here with Geraldine from Bouquet Boutique. Now Geraldine is one of our favourite wedding suppliers that we use regularly and help us to create the most amazing floral designs for our couples. So Geraldine has been in business for a whopping 13 years. That's amazing. And it clearly shows in your experience and your knowledge with the flowers and coming up with the designs that you're well versed in the world of wedding flowers. Yeah, absolutely. And you have this cool studio here at New Farm, which is super nice to come for meetings, and the locals really love you too. So I'm just going to put it out there, florists are the most hard-working suppliers in the wedding industry. While we're sleeping away under our doonas, florists are out there at the markets, 4 a.m, picking beautiful florals for the events and weddings of that week. Today I've got Geraldine here from Bouquet Boutique, and I just wanted you to take us through with our viewers, what is a day in the life of a florist?
Generally it starts quite early in the day. We're up before the sun comes up. We're down at the market selecting flowers for all of our orders and events for the day and the week. So we're traipsing around cold rooms in the middle of winter before the sun comes up. And then we have the process of bringing all the flowers back to the store and getting them ready for the day. So that includes recutting all the flowers, taking off all the leaves, thorns, etc. So a lot of handling the product first up in the morning and checking that it's all, A1 and perfect and ready to go. And that's all before we open up the store at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
So we need to have everything prepared for that. And then as soon as we open the store, the phone starts ringing, customers are coming in, ordering flowers, and then we coordinate all the deliveries, obviously have to make all those orders as well. So it's really hands-on and it's quite busy. And then we tend to work on design for the upcoming events and weddings for that week, or working on forward events, planning and with you guys and working on all those concepts and quoting and attending to a lot of emails. People have a lot of questions about flowers, so there's a lot of backwards and forwards via email. So it's a long day.
It's a very long day, and I guess your week doesn't stop on a Friday. You've got the weddings on a Saturday to be there, to install the gorgeous installations, to deliver the bouquets.
That's right, yeah. So sometimes Friday nights we work back quite late if we've got a lot of weddings on the Saturday, or the night before there's a lot of preparation done, and we start very early that morning as well. On big event days there's a lot of action. Packing vans, moving vases, packing flowers, making sure that you've got everything to transport to the venues. And then there's a lot of process and hands on deck, building big installations on site and doing all that sort of stuff. So Saturdays and event days are pretty hectic.
Wow. So when do you sleep?
We do sleep, from time to time, depending on, but no, we do get some sleep.
Yeah, I guess when you love your job like I do, and I know you do, it's not a chore, is it, to get up at 4 a.m?
No, it's a kind of a bit of an adrenaline rush when you know that you've got something big to make or something that's really beautiful. Most of the time with those big features, it's not something that we can practice before we do it. So there's a lot of preparation beforehand, making sure that everything's okay. So I kind of get a little bit of adrenaline rush out of that, and it gets me out of bed pretty early.
Yeah. Floral design is a huge part of our styling proposals. From the very beginning, we get florists such as Geraldine involved, and what we do is normally come up with a vision, a skeleton of a proposal, and come to you and say, how can we make this bigger and better and bring it to life? And I just love that working relationship that we have. And we have created some pretty amazing stuff.
We have, but that's only through collaboration. It's not just your idea or my idea, it's the team coming together and weaving this dream into reality. So I love it when you guys bring your proposals to me. You give us that little bit of inspiration that what your clients are kind of looking for, because you've had those meetings with them. And I use that as a great sounding board to then bring it to life and make it a reality by using ideas that I've seen perhaps, and sharing that information with you guys to create something very unique for each wedding, and exciting and creative and beautiful.
And what are the trends or the things that you're really loving at the moment, or you're wanting to try to, capture in these wedding designs?
Yeah, so at the moment we're looking at lots of big arrangements, lots of hanging florals, feature florals, tending to get away from kind of the vintagey little bits and pieces around the place, and driving all of the flower and all of your budget to bigger pieces to create the wow factor. We're seeing lots of greenery. It's still on trend, and it's the colour of the year, so it's still everywhere. And greenery is really good as it's a little bit cheaper, I guess, than flowers. So you can create great impact without a huge budget. But we're still seeing a lot of amazing florals, like layering and layering of flowers to create some really beautiful, luxurious kind of arrangements. So yeah, it really depends on the client and the look that you're going for.
Yeah, of course. And you mentioned greenery obviously is on trend.
Yeah.
Are there any other colour combinations that you're seeing are really powerful this year?
Yeah, we are seeing a lot of like the burgundy and cream. It's quite dramatic, has a lot of mood to it. They're saying, they're saying the trend is more along the lines of blues and pale yellows is sort of coming through. But I guess it comes down to a lot of the fashion we're inspired by with our flowers as well. So lots of girls with their bridesmaids dresses are wearing nudes or more neutral sort of palomino type colours. And so it's still quite soft and subtle, and the blush and all of that sort of stuff still works. But then the blue is starting to come back in a big way. So lots of girls are wearing navy, but then it'll sort of go into more of like a dusty kind of blue, greys, that sort of colour.
And also too, I mean, a thing that we always emphasise with our couples is use the venue. Like, if you have this urban warehouse, use those elements and incorporate them in your look and enhance your look by the florals and the hanging installation, not try to cover something up.
That's right. I think when you pick a venue, you need to utilise it in the best way. If you pick a venue and you don't like the walls, just choose a different venue. Don't go and try and cover everything up. Use the features in the space. And you can talk to your florist or your planner about how can we enhance it, how can we make this venue pretty much rock for our wedding, because it's going to be a big feature.
Absolutely. No, there's some great tips. Thank you so much.
That's okay.
One of the most important elements in our wedding designs is the florals. Thanks to Kim Kardashian's amazing floral wall and celebrity florists such as Karen Tran and Jeff Latham, I think our love for florals has become reinvigorated, and couples are really, it's really become a priority in their weddings because the flowers make the magic. We're seeing just amazing trends evolving, like hanging installations, beautiful statement pieces, and also lots of foliage as well, which makes it really, really interesting. And when working on our proposals, we always look to our floral designers for creative inspiration because they have the years of experience and expertise up their sleeves and can really create with us a unique and bespoke design for our couples.